Well, welcome back to Sports Central, folks. We are here with Frank Gears, who is he may think of himself as the cornhole dude, but I like to think of him as kind of the George Steinbrenner of cornhole. This is a guy who has taken it from the backyards to the pages of the Wall Street Journal and turned cornhole into a major sport it is today. Frank, thank you for joining us.
Hey, thank you for having me on, Jack.
I appreciate it, man. Uh, this is one of these ones where I don't really even know where to start with you because there is so much that you have done with this sport. So let's start from the beginning, and then we can hit some of the sort of the milestones before we talk about the events open to the public when you bring the cornhole tour into Margaritaville this coming weekend.
Yeah, I mean I've been doing this thing for 20 years now. I was in the marketing business, and I was always looking for creative ways to market businesses, and I happened to come across this game at a football game, Cincinnati Bengal game, and I saw people playing it. I also saw and having fun playing this game.
Mhm.
And then I also saw the opportunity to put branding on the boards. Put companies' logo, Pepsi or Coke or Mountain Dew, Doritos, whatever it is. Logos on those boards and bags, and that's how I originally got into this, Jack. But then once I did that, I was out there going to furniture companies trying to build the best board. Because most people could build a board in their garage for 60 bucks or whatever. And here I am, I'm out there researching furniture companies to make the perfect board. Ended up finally coming across a company in Minnesota that ended up being my board manufacturer for a solid 15 years. And I took that board and I started selling a board that was $300, Jack. So people are like, well, I don't need to pay $300 for a cornhole board, man. I just need a piece of plywood and cut a hole in it. But no, it's neat because once I started doing that, I got away from the marketing side of it necessarily, and I saw that people were taking this game like seriously. And I'm like, is anybody organizing this into maybe a sport? And I didn't know anything about organizing anything into a sport, but I just set out to do it. And 20 years later, I mean, we started the professional cornhole. We've given away, over $1 million in prize money over this 20-year stretch. We got our world championships in Tulsa, Oklahoma this year, where we'll see players. We actually have players, Jack, coming in from India.
Wow.
Yeah, so we'll have, I think there'll be 4 or 5 international groups there. I know we'll have a group coming in from Canada. We just signed a 3-year deal with a place called Prince Edward Island, up in, it's kind of in the Nova Scotia area.
Yep.
But yeah, we're going to be up there with an event. We've now run 2 events over in the UK. So we did one in Birmingham, and the other one was in Manchester. So we're going to be back in the UK next season. We've got the ACO Europe being developed over there. We've got some players from Scotland and a couple German players. Yeah, so it's really exciting to see where this game has gone. And cornhole was originally kind of developed with the idea that it was a two-person game. You stand across from your partner, you've got the other team that you're sitting here, and you're throwing back and forth these bags. And one time again, about 20 years ago now, said, why can't you play this as an individual? Because in lots of sports, you want to know who the best of the best is, right? Not necessarily the best team all the time. It's sometimes just who is the best player on the planet. So I created a concept of singles play. Um, and each year now we crown a king or a queen of cornhole, which is the world's best singles player.
You think of all the different places that people play cornhole, and you summed it up, right? So you're playing it in the backyard with your buddies or with your family, during the holidays, or tailgating, or maybe there's a competition at a local bar, and or it's just a way to kill time while you're waiting to get a table.
It's
It seems like all the different food court areas have cornhole now, or if you go to one of the different food halls like here in Lakeland, they have cornhole nearby that you can kill some time or do while you're drinking. It really is the kind of the ultimate camaraderie thing.
It is, and and the cool thing about it is it's very simple to set up. It's very simple to set it up, tear it down, lean it
Yeah.
against the wall. So now you can put your if you're a restaurant owner, You can move tables to the side, set it up while you're having a slow afternoon or whatever, and have some patrons come in to play a little cornhole. But yeah, it is cool, and people are playing it indoors and outdoors. I mean, cornhole was originally conceived as an outdoor sporting activity, and years ago it was one of those things that we also decided to say, hey, why can't you just play this inside too? Because
Mm-hmm.
ultimately we play more of our cornhole inside than we do outside anymore, just for climate control reasons and things like that. Because our tour is pretty extensive. I mean, we're at 43 different tour stops, including this one coming up next week in Margaritaville. And, players are spending a lot of money, of their hard earned money and time to take off work to come and compete at our competitions. We want to make sure that we're giving them the best experience that they can have. So putting it indoors is better than being out in a rain monsoon or, even too hot outside.
Okay. So that experience, I mean, it goes into every level of the event for you guys. So it goes from a venue like Margaritaville or your other venues, but also it's music, it's the feel, it's the fact that they can live stream it, so that it is live streamed rather, so that family can watch them if they're not there, or if they can't make that tournament, they can watch their buddies play, right? So
Right.
yeah,
No,
it.
that's exactly it, man. And then these players, it's a family. Within the ACO, these people are traveling along, and these are vacations that they're taking, right?
Mhm.
And so that's one of the cool things about where we're taking cornhole too, is we're taking it to new experience that a family might not get. Maybe this is the first time they get to go out to Vegas, or the first time they get to go to Florida, or the first time they're in the hills of Tennessee. So I mean, we're all over the country. Like I just said, next year we're up in Prince Edward Island in Canada there. So it really is cool to see the different groups of people that have elevated to enjoying this sport, and in particularly enjoying being a part of the ACO family. It's
And
cool.
and as far as the competitors, it is they are everything from firefighters and all the way up to professionals. It
Yeah,
covers a
doctors and
full
lawyers
swath
and
of,
yeah,
yeah, retired
truck
guys.
drivers.
There were a couple of retired guys there the last time.
That, and it's really neat to see the sport growing over these last 2 decades too, because it really did start as mostly predominantly male dominated sport. I mean, I would say the first year that we were doing this, it was 98%, males in there. We're not quite to the point that it's 50-50 yet, but we're easily probably 60
Mhm.
percent male, 40% female now. I mean, and the females have gotten extremely good at this game. And that's the other really cool thing about this is men and women are playing this, on an equal playing field. And the other thing, Jack, is last year the sport's being dominated right now by the youth. I mean,
Mhm.
there's this huge youth movement in this game, and these kids are phenomenal. And We had a guy by the name of Isaac Hurt last year who was our king of cornhole, and he was a junior player. So
Mm.
so yeah, it's all over the board, man. I mean, our senior players are phenomenal players
Yeah.
as well. I'm part of the senior crew. Been there for a couple of years now, and yeah, it's hard for me to win a game.
So let's get down to this weekend. So you've got a portion of this Friday that is open to the public. You don't have to be a American Cornhole
Yeah,
member to be
remember.
in this. So I'll let you tell us about this weekend.
Friday, we start off in the morning. We do juniors, seniors, and women's competitions. Um, and then that's followed up early noon. We come out with co-ed. That's male and female partners playing together in competition. And then mid-afternoon, this is where you can be a non-member of the ACO and come out and participate in both a tournament that we call quads, which is where you need four buddies playing together on a team. That starts at like 3, I believe it is. And then at 6, we have what's called the blind draw. The blind draw is where, you and I would buy a ticket to get into this tournament. Again, do not need to be a member of the ACO to play and participate in this. But you buy a ticket into the tournament, and you randomly get drawn a partner. Now, you could draw somebody from Florida, or you could draw somebody from Tennessee or Ohio, or, because there's going to be 11, 12, 13 states represented there
Mhm.
this coming week.
And that is open to the public, right? And
That's
there are cash prizes for the winners.
cash prizes for winners, open to the public, and then you roll into Saturday. That's all business day.
Yeah,
You got the world singles and the world doubles. If you want to really be a spectator and see some really good competition going on, Saturday is going to be the day that you want to come and see the singles play taking place. And again, you're more than welcome as a outsider wanting to come and compete in this. You can grab a membership or grab a ticket and compete. But this, you do have to be a member of the organization to actually compete on Saturday. Yep, yep,
that's something
yep.
else. All right, and that is Margaritaville in Auburndale, and we're looking at May 23rd and 24th. That's a Friday and Saturday, and it's open to the public. Come on out and have a good time.
We'd love to see you, man. Bring it out. Like I said, there'll be food and beer flowing, and the bags will be flying.
And the music and a good time, and everyone's really enjoying themselves. Which at a pro shop, I mean the pro shop is second to none. That's out there as well. So if people are looking for specific cornhole gear, you can't go to a better place.
No, no, there'll be bag manufacturers there selling bags if you're looking for bags or some t-shirts. But yeah, it's in Margaritaville. If you've never been to
Oh,
Margaritaville there, it's a killer little spot. I love
yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's a great and it fits perfectly the vibe for what you guys do, which is, chill, relax, have a good time. It's competitive, but there may be a little bit of jostling, but at the end of the day, everyone's going to have a good time.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Good seeing you as always, and we'll be back with more Sports Central after this.